progressing, my son. I am pleased. You have sympathy and tact. Several ladies have remarked on that to me. You make a fine confessor one day. Yes. You must develop these talents of yours. Let me see. I have it. The merchant Massineo is getting married. He is a worthy man of the people, but a most generous benefactor. His intended bride is a young widow of noble but, alas, impoverished family. Her parents are in favor of the match, but she... You do understand. Now, supposing you were to counsel the happy couple, the lady especially, on the spiritual aspects of matrimony. Quite a test for a novice. Let's just see how you acquit yourself.
You see, it's a union of the spirit as well as of the flesh. It touches higher things than our mere senses.
Exactly. That's where you can help me. They tell me you write verses. Good. Now, you mightn't believe it, but I'm a plain man. Accounts are my literature. There's my paintings. And that's my music. Now, my betrothed, a sweet young woman, well-born, dutiful. She needs something more. Romance, sweet nothings. And why not? If you were to write me some love poems praising her beauty, fleshly as well as spiritual, and I pass them off as my own, it would impress her with my finer qualities. Do no harm on our wedding night either, eh?
Well, that is to say,
You'd find me grateful. I could arrange for you to meet the Pope.
I'm at your service.
Good. The Cardinal said I could count on you.
If only he wasn't so fat and middle-aged. My late husband, he was slim and young and so strong.
Massineo has other fine qualities, Signora.
For example?
Oh, kindness, virtue, an appreciation of art.
Art? His taste is disgusting.
Well, he has worth and goodness and...
Has money. Oh, you understand, Fra Giacomo. I respect him well enough. And my parents admire him. And I would like to be an obedient, loving wife. But how can I? With him? A young widow needs more than virtue and goodness in a man. Much more.
They say that love comes with time, Signora. You loved your first husband?
Oh, often. All the time. It was adorable.
Well, Massineo adores you. You must have read his verses.
That's what I can't understand. They're beautiful verses. They're tender, they're passionate, not like Massineo at all. They are the verses of a real lover. Young, tall, splendid, handsome.
Perhaps that's how Massineo feels.
I know how he feels. Fat, old, repulsive. And I'm so young. Let's hide, quickly. Storms terrify me. What am I to do? Only...
Fate plainly did not intend me to be a lawyer or a priest. So what was I to do? What was I to be? I went into the world to find out, and turned my hand to many things in the years that followed. Sometimes I even worked. Inevitably, I drifted to that last resort of the would-be gentleman, the army. After all, having studied law and theology, I already knew the first principles of war, namely survival and getting my share of the loot. So I took service with the Spaniards, then campaigning in Austria. I began to study the fine points of the military arts. Scouting and reconnaissance, infiltrating defenses, and taking up a commanding position behind the lines. I learned the technique of laying siege and weakening resistance by patient preparation and artful maneuver before carrying out the final assault. I became a past master at ambush. And surprise attack. And in the difficult but vital art of lying still and operating in total silence until the enemy patrols had passed by. And I was an expert in strategic retreat when the odds became too heavy. I knew how to behave under fire, and yet for some reason I could not win promotion. I remained a humble private. Decidedly, it was not good enough. I was determined to have rank.
Now, this is more like it.
But, my good sir, I repeat, you cannot become an officer by putting on an officer's uniform, not even in the Spanish army.
But I have no intention of remaining in the Spanish army. I shall be captured by our enemy, the Austrians. They don't know me and will treat me as an officer and a gentleman till the end of the war. So, make me a Spanish staff officer with style. Quickly! I have urgent dispatches! What will you stand gaping? The Empire is being lost. Your general, conduct me!
Dispatches, General.
What? Spaniard, idiot, get out! You stupid imbecile. Now, sir, an explanation.
No dispatches, I'm afraid, sir. I invented them to keep from being bayoneted by your enthusiastic soldiers. I was scouting your lines, sir, and came too close. Alas, it is my way.
Well, you're a cool one, Master Spaniard, and a prisoner.
Not a Spaniard, sir. Venetian. Captain Casanova, at your service. Snuff, sir?
Are you wounded?
Not this time, sir. But 10 hours in the saddle, 2 years in the field. Forgive me,
Steady now. Sit down. Henriette.
You have charming aides-de-camp in the Austrian service.
Eh? Oh, this is Henriette, Marquise de Beauvoir. She's my...
Aide-de-camp, as Monsieur says. Wine, Captain?
Yes, please.
I like a man who bears himself well. By God, I do. I take him prisoner, and he offers me snuff. Your health again, sir.
Sir! I suppose I shall be locked up for the duration, sir.
No such thing. No, we're not Cossacks or mercenaries. You have quarters, rations, a servant, of course. And you'll give me your word not to escape.
Oh.
Oh, yes, and just in case.
Sir.
Not a word, sir. Not between gentlemen.
General, you make me almost glad to be away from the fighting.
You'll miss the guns, Captain.
Well, of course he will. He's a soldier. A damn shame. You're too good a man to rot in captivity. Oh, wait, though. Major Stoffel was captured by the Spaniards yesterday. I'll exchange you for him. There now. You can be back fighting with your own army tomorrow. Let's drink to it. And to our meeting in the field.
General! Lord Count, the Spaniards are massing to attack.
Pest. Can't even finish me supper. No, you stay, my friend, you stay. Drink up. Bonsoir. Oh, dear. Tomorrow, sir. Ah, then where's my glass, of course? You have my cloak? Good, thank you. And my horse? The big black one, look at Candy. Look, I've been riding that damn thing for the last 4 months. A black... What's my thing, mate? Come on!
Do you realize, when you are returned to the Spaniards, and they discover you're an imposter, they'll probably shoot you as a spy?
Nothing of the kind.
Oh, come. 10 hours in the saddle, and not a speck of dust. And a captain's epaulette on a private's tunic. Otherwise, it was a masterly performance.
Your ladyship has sharp eyes. But why didn't you betray me?
And spend another boring night with Count Rosetta. Anyway, you're much too handsome to be shot. Why did you want to masquerade as an officer?
To get a comfortable billet.
And the real reason?
You are an aristocrat. I